Okay. Welcome back. We're on Projections Plus. I'm Kevin. I'm joined by.
Kenna.
Molly.
And Libby.
And today we're going to be talking about the girls' golf team, a little bit about each one of our athletes here. So first off, I was going to ask Kenna, just talk to me a little about your recruitment process. What was it like? How is it different than a normal college applicant process?
The recruitment process started winter of junior year, and it was really long and really hard, but it really paid off. I had to send hundreds of emails to coaches and just hope you get responses, and then after you start getting responses, you start going for visits and meeting with coaches and meeting teams. But it was different from all my friends applying to college because I didn't apply to college. I was already recruited at that point, so I didn't have to do a bunch of college apps or anything. So, yeah, I enjoyed it because it was stressful, but I met a lot of people and learned a lot.
Okay. Libby, can you talk to me? You recently committed to TCU, correct? Can you talk to me about your plans for there? Are you going to try to walk on their golf team, or are you going to play for their club team? What are your plans for that?
So, in the fall, I'll be attending TCU, and I'm not sure about my status with regarding golf, but I am planning on playing on the club team.
Okay.
And one of my goals, it's very hard to reach, but I would love to walk on that team at some point in my college career.
Okay. Are they is their program very competitive there? Are they very top?
Yeah, it's extremely competitive, and as of right now, I believe there's only one girl from the United States on that entire team.
Okay.
And so they recruit internationally, which makes it even more competitive.
Yeah. Okay. And then Molly, what are your future plans for college? Have you decided where you're going to go? And if so, do you plan to play golf there on the club team? And I know you also swim, so what are your plans for your future?
So I committed to UConn for chemical engineering, and as of right now, I don't have any plans to pursue a D1 sport.
Okay.
But I, of course, love golf and swim, so I'd love to play when I can, even if it's on a club or even intramural level.
Okay. How do you think it's different for you compared to these two? Because you do different seasons and you're involved in a different sport. So do you think that's your training is a little bit different for them?
Yeah, definitely. In the fall, they're both going out, playing tournaments, playing different courses, and practicing golf. And in the fall, primarily my time is spent in the pool. So it's definitely different in that sense. But also, I just play two sports, so my time is split between the two. I'm not fully into one, just golf or just swim, and especially in the summer,
Okay.
I do both as well.
Okay. And then Kenna, I didn't really mention it, but you're going to Stonehill, correct?
Correct.
So can you just talk to me about what kind of led you there? Why did you end up there?
I ended up at Stonehill because one of my cousins used to go there, and she really enjoyed it, and I started talking to the coach a lot, and I met the team, and after I went to the campus, I kind of fell in love with the campus, and all the girls on the team are super nice and super welcoming. So, yeah, I'm really happy with where I ended up.
Okay. So what would you guys say is most important for maintaining a balanced schedule? I interviewed a couple athletes last week, and something that they all said in common was the most important thing for being a student athlete is having a balanced life schedule between your sport, your school, family, and friends, because it's important not to get burnt out of your sport and burnt out of any specific aspect of their life. So can any of you just talk to me about how you guys maintain that balanced schedule in your life?
So sometimes it's a little bit harder, especially when you're in season and you're balancing both school and golf during the spring. And another part of playing a spring sport, it's right around finals, AP exams, and everything. So finding time to study and utilizing study halls wisely is key to maintaining a balanced schedule, and then also taking the weekend and getting enough sleep and hanging out with friends, family, and maintaining those social connections.
Absolutely.
And a difficult part about golf too is when we're in season, and I mean this week we're playing 3 matches, and the weeks coming up we're playing 3 to 4 every 3 to 4 matches every week. And part of it too is we actually get pulled out of school early on match days so we can get to the course and warm up and practice before our tea time. So it just kind of adds another aspect to time management, because not only are you worried about the homework and all your other classes, you also have to worry about making up the work that you're missing.
Yeah. So that's the other thing, is you guys are all like very smart. You're all in advanced honors AP classes, where some of them that I talked to last week, they're not all in that. So they're not even in the same situation. Like they don't have to worry about the same course load and like homework and stuff like that. So it's definitely a different perspective from you guys.
Yeah, and our CCC and state tournaments, we missed the entire day of school for those, so we already have to block out 2 days within the season and like catch up when we need to and everything.
Yeah, that's actually what I was going to ask about you next. So just talk to me about those tournaments and kind of the things your team competes in, your success over the last couple of years, because I know you guys are highly competitive every year, which is kind of the reason that this whole documentary is being made.
We compete in CCCs, which is our conference tournament. We've done well. Oh yeah, we do a PISC tournament too, which is like a memorial tournament with New Britain. But CCCs, we did well for the past 2 years. We won last year, and then we also won states last year. We came in second the year before that by about 3 really heartbreaking strokes. But yeah, we won last year by 30 strokes over the team that came in second, and we didn't lose anyone this year.
It was just straight down.
Yeah, we kind of dominated, yeah. And then this year we haven't lost anyone, so right now we're number 1 in the state, and then 3 of our players on Berlin are in the top 5 in the state, so.
Who's that?
Me, Libby, and Sam Dunn.
Your sister?
Yeah, my sister, I think, is currently ranked 5th in the state.
Yeah, we're all 3, 4, and 5. Libby and I are tied for 3rd, I guess, technically.
Okay. How does it, like, so for your, like, matches and stuff, I know, like, the guys' team usually carries, they bring 6, and then one of them doesn't count, and then their lowest one also doesn't count, so they take, like, 4. Is that the same for you guys?
Yeah, it's the same kind of scoring system.
Okay, so how do you, like,
it's 5
what is your
players,
usually
4 scores.
5 players, 4 scores. Okay, so who is the 5 that your, like, typical match? It's you 3, and then Libby's sister.
And Charlie Carlson.
Okay. And you're all, like, very competitive.
Yeah.
Like, compared to, like, other teams in the state, like, our first match, all 5 of us were under 50 for a girls' golf team. That's extremely...
That doesn't usually happen.
It's unheard of.
Jesus. Okay. Wow. So I wanted to ask Libby, you won the Scholar Athlete Award a couple months back. I talked to Mikey about this last week, so I just wanted to ask you kind of about that. Just how you were able to, like, work to receive that award and what it, like, means to you in your future.
Honestly, it was a really unexpected surprise when I found out I got that award, and it really felt that all of my hard work paid off, and like all the work I put into not only my sport but my studies as well. And this year I've been involved in more than just golf. I've been involved with unified sports, so I feel like my involvement and academics and then my success in sports has all just come together, and it was really unexpected, and I'm really grateful that I was recognized like that.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Thank
Obviously,
you.
That's a huge deal.
Thank you.
So what are your guys' like goals for this year? Because obviously you've already, accomplished so much over the last couple of years. You guys have won.
One of our goals was for all 16 matches, at least one of us would be medalist for every match. We've only had 2 so far.
So
but
how does that work? Like,
so
that
like,
means the first place? And
so first place out of like our team and whoever else, our opponents, like one of us has the best score out of all of it.
Okay.
And we play some competitive teams like Hall, Glastonbury. We play New Canaan in the schedule. What else? There's some other schools that are
Another one of our goals is to win
states again.
And conferences, but
Yeah. Okay. What is your record this year? So far, how many? Like,
we've had 2 matches. We're 2-0.
2-0. Okay. What was it last year?
We were
6
15-1.
Yeah, 15-1.
Yeah, we
Ouch.
played Hall 3 times, and we beat Hall twice and
They
lost
got you
once.
But Libby
Yeah.
wasn't there.
Yeah,
The
Libby,
one
I wasn't-
actually
I
took
wasn't.
us was the one
AP
we
test.
lost.
Yeah, I had an AP exam the day of that Hall
okay.
match.
Okay, so it was a little bit of a fluke.
Yeah.
It was.
Okay. Let's see. If you guys were to start your high school over again, you were fresh. It was your first, season. Obviously, there was COVID, so I don't know. Did you guys miss your freshman season?
Yeah,
We did.
Okay. But pretend that never happened. You got four seasons straight. What would you guys do anything differently in terms of recruitment, in terms of school, in terms of like anything to better prepare yourself for the future?
I can say for recruitment, I would have started playing outside of high school sooner because I started late, which kind of affected the responses I was getting from coaches. So if freshman year wasn't canceled, I would have started playing like independently a lot more, which would have helped me a lot more getting into college.
And I've been playing since I was 6 years old. So I've been playing competitively since I was 10. And I wish, like, once I got into my end of my sophomore, beginning of junior year, I wish I didn't get so burnt out because I was never not on the golf course. And if I gave myself a little bit of a break, I feel like I'd play a little bit better. But then I got back into it once I took a break, and it ended up being successful. But if I were to change one thing, I would give myself a little bit more breaks.
Libby's very humble. She won the state open 2 years in a row.
Yes.
So she's very humble about all of her accomplishments.
She's playing just fine.
Yeah.
Okay. So really not like too much. Like you guys are pretty content with how everything went. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously,
Yeah.
I think
you're in a very good position.
none of us
obviously.
take it too seriously. Like
I definitely don't take
even
it
though
seriously.
like I'm playing in college, like this is fun. Like we have so much
Right.
fun at
Yeah.
every practice, every match.
I think that's important too because like a lot of people were saying last week when I talked to Mikey about golf and hockey. I talked to Catalano about baseball, and I talked to Nardelli about soccer. And they just kept they all kind of mentioned about like getting burnt out, maintaining the balance. Obviously, we were talking about before. So I think it's really important that you like it has to be fun. And you have to like enjoy it, or else like obviously it's a passion of yours, but if it becomes not fun, then it's like, is it really worth it?
And
You know
I
what I mean?
think we do a really good job at that just in general. Like, there's no time at practice where like someone's not laughing. We're having a good time always. We're a small team, so we're very close with each other. So it makes it a lot more enjoyable.
Our coach makes it interesting
Yes,
as well.
very
Yes.
interesting.
And there's it's a drama-free team.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not like
We're all friends with each other.
Right. It's not like
There's no
a little
cliques within our
right,
team. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, this year we're a team of what, eight,
Eight,
9?
8 or 9 people. Yeah.
So we're all obviously very close and enjoy spending time together.
Okay, you said what is it with the coach? You said the coach is.
He's a
interesting.
really good
So,
time.
I need to hear about
He
this.
likes to crack his jokes, and
Yeah,
we
he
have a really
makes a
good
lot of
time.
jokes that shouldn't be
Wait,
repeated without
who's
context.
the coach?
Jim Barnes
He hasn't worked yet.
and Mr. Kemling. He's the security guard that sits at the front desk.
Okay.
He's our assistant coach.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mr. Kemling keeps us down to earth. Coach
Yeah.
Barnes kind of just says whatever he's thinking
And
at the
it's
moment.
so funny.
We have a list. We have a running list of quotes. The Barney quotes of the day.
Yep, the legendary Coach Barnes quotes.
Yeah,
They're-
yeah. I don't think we could
Yeah.
say any of
We're
them.
not saying any
No.
of them on
Yeah,
there.
I mean,
Barney-
he's been the
Barney
coach of the team forever. Like, every state championship that the team has ever won has been while he was the coach. So,
Yeah.
So he's been around for a while.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And, like you definitely feel like you've gotten better because of him.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
He
And
knows what
Mr.
he's
Kemling,
doing.
too. Like, he's always the one to, like, if we're struggling with something, he's like, come here and fix it. And our Barnes and Mr. Kemling the same.
Okay. What do you guys do when it's like not in the season? Like, do you like obviously you just like golf is a game where you just have to play constantly.
Yeah.
And different courses, it's kind of hard to like. There's no way to perfect it, but like, what do you guys do to like on a daily routine to like improve yourself when you're not in the season?
Well, I practice like when I'm not in the season and it's maybe winter. I practice indoors, like in a simulator. I'll rent out a time. Like there's some places locally that I go to, and I pick a time and I go and I stay there for a couple hours, and then I also work out at the gym to build up some strength to get my swing speed up and my distance up as well.
Yeah, I do the same thing. I have access to a simulator in the winter that I use, and indoor putting greens, and I also have a personal trainer, so lots of practice.
I'm mostly just in the summer, like I'll go play with my family, that kind of thing, just kind of get out and stay active.
For you, Molly, like if you were to like, would you like the question I asked before, where if you like restarted high school, would you like have focused more on either swim or golf, or would you still have done it the way you did it, where you kind of like committed to both, but it wasn't like your full? You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. So I don't know. I like the way I did it because I golf and I swim purely because I enjoy doing both of them.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I don't know. I feel like if I took it more seriously than I did, I might not like enjoy it and like still just want to go swim for fun or want to go golf for fun. So I think that helped me too, like, because every year in both sports, I've continued to improve. Where like athletes that, you know, put so much time when they were younger into it, like they kind of start to like plateau and level out. But like in golf especially, and even in swim, if you look at like my swim times and my golf scores every year, they're continuing to drop. Like the start of this season, I'm already doing what I was doing at the end of last season, you know, so I don't know.
So you're just improving on everything. So you would still do it the way you did it because you still are having fun and you're still improving, which is most important. Okay. What advice would you guys give to like middle school and young high school athletes who are starting and going to come play for the golf team or really any team in general?
Enjoy it.
Yeah, I would
it
make
goes by
sure.
quick.
Yeah, I would make sure you have fun with it.
Find friends to do it with you.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, like the three of us, we've played together for years now. Even if it was just like summer clinics on once a week, but you know, like so we came into high school kind of already knowing each other, and we're able to really have a good time. So.
Yeah.
So it's just you just would say basically just create bonds with your team and obviously have fun, but don't like work too hard.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And team bonding is key because then it creates a drama-free environment.
Yeah.
And if you had a tough day at school, and then you don't dread going to practice after.
Yeah.
You want to be with your friends and have a good time while getting better at your sport.
That's the thing about golf. Like I was turned away from other sports because there was a whole group of girls that were all going into it in high school that I was not a part of. Yeah. So I didn't want to do those sports, but like I knew golf. Like we all have the same interests.
Right.
None of us are kind of.
We're all like
we're all in the same group.
Yeah.
Right.
And
we're not excluding anyone.
Right. And part of it too is like we all know like okay when to take it seriously and like when it's okay to have fun.
Yeah.
And that's I think part to our success too is like we're able to like find that happy balance of okay like put your head on straight, let's focus and practice, versus the times where it's like okay it's okay to let loose and have fun.
Well, obviously when you're winning, it's obviously easier to have fun. So
that's true.
But then at the same time, when you just win all the time, a lot of people will get arrogant and stagnant and not want to get better, and just be like, we're already winning everything. Like, what's the point? But it's important. Like, I think it's really, really great that you guys have maintained your success and still having a lot of fun. And like you said before, you're still improving every year, and you can see that in your numbers. So I think it's really great. That's all I really had. Do you guys have anything else?
Join girls golf.
Yep, go Redcoats.
Love you, Coach Barnes.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna watch this the second.
Definitely. Hey, Coach Barnes.
The second that this comes out, he will.
He will be watching it.
He will watch it.
I hope you had a great anniversary at the beach in Rhode Island.
Yeah,
that's all I got.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you guys for coming on. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Kevin.
Good luck this season.
Thank you.
I hope you guys repeat.
We do too.
When everything possible. But yeah.
Thank you.
It's really good.
Thank you.
Thank you.